I did.
Sorry.
So-
The fact that you get a time machine, you can go anywhere in history or the future, and you're just like, you want to split this Uber or?
Yeah, I'll come to your thing, I guess.
I mean, I get that it's cool, but like whatever, wherever you go, I just want to get out of the house.
I don't want to be Pumba. G-Man.
Is there anything for dessert or something? Oh, Mario! Oh my God!
Hometown Spider-Man.
Yay. I need help with doing a push-up.
This is still going?
Yep. Now I'm all frazzled.
Me too. Podcast, energy. I forgot that we do this.
I'm all exhausted because
Oh no, Matt!
oh, you know what happened last
no, why?
'Cause I sent you- I'll tell the audience because you guys obviously both know, but yesterday I'll put a picture up of it, but it sort of starts with me going out and buying rice because I'm like, I'm going to have tuna and rice. So I buy those like microwave rice packets to have with tuna and rice after a workout, get that bulk. You know what I mean? That's just a demonstration of the bulk.
Yeah, of course.
And then we're ordering butter chicken, which, by the way, the last time we had butter chicken or got Indian, like a year and a half ago, I got the worst food poisoning I've ever had, the worst gastro, to the point now, which has never happened to me before, where if I smell butter chicken or like smell Indian food, it makes me feel sick. Which
Me
is
and tequila.
yeah, but I never got that. So people talk about that where they go, oh, I blah blah blah, and now if I smell blur, I get brr, and I'm like, it doesn't work with me. I just like food too much, but Indian food makes me get ill. But Beck's been talking about wanting to get Indian for ages, and I was like, you know what? I'm ready. It doesn't happen anymore, and I do think I crave butter chicken. I want to try it again. And then we went to get the butter chicken, and then we got to the checkout, and I was like, grab some rice because we're going to share the butter chicken, so that I want some rice to fill it out. And I was like, it's $5. Fuck that. I'll use some of the rice I bought the other day. But instead of grabbing the microwave pouch down on the level where all the food is, I went up to like where the flour and the self-raising flour and the baking powder. I was like, oh, there's a pouch at the back. Grab that. Didn't even think about it. Put it in the microwave. Did it. Ate it. I put half of it. Poured like half of it into the thing. Didn't notice anything. Ate it. Finished eating. Turned around to Beck and she goes, you didn't eat this, did you? Which, by the way, is a dumb question. The half eaten.
I was in a panic.
And I'm like, yeah, why? And she went, and like pointed it at me. And I'll put the picture up, but like the bottom chunk of it was just black, just fully black with like mold and bad rice. And it was like black mold going up all the side of the...
And then you checked the packet, and what did you find?
It was 2 years out of date. Which-
So wait, when you went to get rice, there's the shelf that all your food is on,
Just like regular
at
food,
like
you
a
know.
5'3" height,
Yeah.
and then way above that you got the rice at like an adult man like eye height level.
You would still have to reach up to grab it.
And I could reach up without standing.
Very
on
funny
anything.
bit, Ben. But you would still have to reach up to grab it.
Yeah, reach up, but I wouldn't have to stand on a footstool or Beck's shoulders.
Didn't
or,
stand. Did I tell you what Beck said? I did tell you.
Yeah.
Anyways, so she showed me this thing, and then I don't think I would have done this if you didn't get me into a panic.
Yeah, it wasn't
But
my fault.
you were like,
I stand by my decision, to be
yeah.
honest.
It was like, did you say vomit or?
Well, I think you... Well... It was kind of some umming and ahhing back and forth. It's because you've had this thing in my head for so long. Once upon a time, you said to me, when rice is old, it can kill you. Like, if you leave it out at room temperature.
You're the look-up lady. Look it up. But I promise you this: it's something that not a lot of people know. That, and it's only for rice you cook. Like you make actual rice, you put it in a thing with water and cook it. Like make rice or in a rice cooker, whatever. If you leave that rice out after it's been cooked for like a certain amount of time, there's a particular bacteria that only grows on rice or something like that that is super, super bad for you and can kill you.
Yeah, but so microwave rice gets cooked before it gets put in that packet, right?
Yeah, but I don't think it would apply the same because it is a microwave packet rice. I think it's got something to do with it. I think it would work if I cooked the microwave packet rice and then left it out. I don't really know. But you did point that out and I was like, you are right. There is something weird about rice. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, so I was like, so we were just kind of like, should you throw up? Should we?
Should we
Oh,
throw up?
family meeting. Now I've eaten something disgusting. Everyone, Beck said throw up. I remember that. What are we all thinking? Let's do a pros cons.
Well, it's that, or just wait and see if you get horrible gastro.
Yeah.
And
Or die.
considering we're or that, and considering we're already waiting around to see whether or not we all catch COVID, it's like we don't need an extra thing to worry about you getting sick with.
True. And I was like, I can't afford to get sick. I got a lot of work to do this week. So Beck was like, I'm going to go find some Ipecac.
Yeah.
Ipecac, what's it called?
Ipecac. For some reason,
Ipecac.
I thought you could buy that from a chemist because my mum was a nurse, so she's always had it in her like kit at home. So I was like, Ipecac, that's a thing people can just buy. I went to 2 chemists and they were like, no, we can't give you that. But here's the poisons hotline.
Listen, you don't understand. My stepmom's a real bitch. I need this Ipecac.
Am I in the center of the front?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you could just get like a tiny little 1-dose vial of it.
I think ammonia, isn't it? Not ammonia. Like
When I Googled it, it had nothing but skulls and crossbones. Skulls and... You know what I'm trying to say. It looked bad. It looked like this is what you shouldn't take this.
Well, because it's
for a
poison,
laugh.
because it makes you throw up. Yeah. But there's times when I feel like the average person might need to do that.
Yeah, it's the lesser of 2 poisons.
So Beck was going to get that, and I was like, I feel like I've just eaten. And it was literally, I finished eating, I turned around, and she went,
Were you
didn't
just
finish that.
sitting on the couch, just full body scanning, like, am I dying?
Kinda like that.
What is my stomach doing right now?
Well, Matt's a hypochondriac at the best of times.
Yeah.
So for me to, and then usually I'm the one that calms him down. I'm like, don't worry about it. But yesterday I was like, oh God,
you need to
throw up.
vomit. You need to vomit.
So I did. I was like, well, I can't wait for Beck. And it was just fingers down the throat, got rid of it all. Wow. And like over multiple attempts too. Like I did it once and I was like, I reckon there's still more. And I did it and there was still more. It was bad. I'll put a photo up of what my face after like halfway through.
Yeah, you had like tears down your
Yeah.
face
It's,
and everything.
I've chucked a little something in the Discord.
In the only Ben J can type in Discord, you can see the message I sent him. But it was weird because again, it was just like I was talking to you, had dinner.
Yeah.
Right after I finished talking to you about whatever we were talking about. And then I messaged you back. I'm like, this has been the weirdest half an hour since I spoke to you.
Lots happened. A lot of developments.
It was so bad because it's not like normal vomiting where you need to vomit. I had to make myself vomit. So
You got to get that real run up. You have a couple of.
not even a couple, like 10 or 11 goes of like, "Ugh, I don't want to make anyone feel ill, but this is what's happening. And you can skip 5 minutes if you need to, but I'm talking
5
about it.
minutes. It's gonna be a
Yeah,
long
we
thing.
can skip 3 minutes.
I'm doing it all in real time.
But
so
because there was
rice.
because there was nothing to come up, it was all just saliva. So at one point, like saliva was just running down my arm.
God, like you're birthing a cow.
Yeah, it was fucking. It was disgusting. Yeah, it was not a good scene to be a part of.
Beck, I don't know which one I am, but can I not go deaf, please? There's a whole lot of juice coming into these headphones.
Number 1, I think you should be.
Number one.
Number one. I'm number one. Keep going.
Yeah.
I think that's me. Is that me? Yeah, that's quieter.
Okay.
I can actually wear them. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Look at me, broadcast.
You didn't need to hear that story right into your ears. But feel good.
Did you see how I produced the shit out of that just then?
You were
amazing.
nailing. You were all over that.
Always producing. Always be producing.
But that wasn't even looking up. That was twiddling the knob. You should be knob lady.
That's what I call her. Should we do a podcast?
I guess so.
Yeah, let's do it.
Woo, GMAT. Yay.
Hello and welcome to episode 181 of the Joe Rogan Experience. This is a question for Ben J from the GMAT podcast.
When are you going to get back to doing the fucking good shit? Simple question.
Today's episode of the GMAT podcast is brought to you by our merch, which is available at teespring.com/stores/The Real GMAT. Go get yourself a jumper. It's got that logo behind Ben J's head. It looks great on a jumper. You should wear it. That intro is brought to you by me because we're out of intros. If you want to submit an intro, send it to contact@therealgmat.tv or put it in the Discord or put it somewhere. And also support us by going to patreon.com/the GMAT podcast, getting access to extra shit. The good shit. Like the GMAT podcast post show. You'll love it. You'll have a good time. Cut the music. Thank you, Jonathan. He doesn't listen. Welcome, everybody, to 181 of the GMAT podcast. I'm joined, as always, on my right by Aiden Jonathan. Thank you. Thank you. Across from me, Benjamin Jabus. And producing the show, running the knobs, the knob lady, Becca J. Thank you. You know what's really effective in a podcast is when no one talks.
Well, I didn't say anything, so I wasn't going to say anything.
It's very rude.
Yeah, he started us off.
Elephant in the room. Aiden's a little unwell right
He's
now.
a bear.
He's got. I can't think of any puns to do with bears and COVID. Someone help. Good shit. He's got COVID right now, and he's not doing too well. He's gotten more slumped forward as time has gone on.
He's grown a lot more hair over his body.
Yeah. No, he looks good. He looks good. Any thoughts on that, Aiden? Good shit. How are you, Ben?
Look, fine and dandy.
Mm-hmm.
SARS-CoV-19 free.
Mm-hmm.
So really, that's all you can ask in this day and age, isn't it?
Yeah. That you're free.
Also,
of the COVID.
I didn't nearly kill myself with rice yesterday.
That's
that's
plus.
a 2 for 1.
Beck, did you nearly kill yourself with rice yesterday?
No, but I was adjacent to that.
It's true. You could have, like, if you just felt
It's
like
very
rice,
lucky that I was, because I nearly was like, oh, I have a bit of that rice, yum, 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 but I didn't.
we would have been like ear to ear.
You'd be like, you do me, you do me. You know, like when
cross
couples do that champagne thing? That's us, but sticking our fingers down.
Yeah, the way I need a ship.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I'm doing okay. I have a sore stomach. That's it.
I don't remember asking, but
Okay. I just wanted to just chime in
why is your stomach sore?
Because I forced myself to vomit all fucking last night.
Really?
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
And by the way, here's how professional I am. 8:32, I was vomiting. 9 p.m. into the stream. And I wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for you and Sienna the other day at New Year's, when we had the New Year's party, talking shit about me cancelling streams all the time for having like a sniffle or something. So I was like, I've got to do the stream. 2.5 hour stream. It was
My
great.
favorite one was when you're like, yeah, I can't. My doctor gave me some cream. I got to put on my bottoms. In 8 hours, I'm not going to do a stream.
To be fair, it did give him a headache.
It did. It fucked me
you
up.
go. Well, there you go.
It was real bad. It was real bad.
What's worse, bottom cream or top rice?
Bottom cream.
Yeah. Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Because the bottom cream was weird because it was just like, first of all, you're putting a finger up your bum yourself, which is not a delightful experience. I'm happy for someone else to throw a digi up there, but when I'm doing it, I'm like, I'm intruding on myself. It was no fun. And I'm putting a cream up there, and the cream burns a little bit, and then you go, oh great, I feel like I'm about to pass out because of something. It like thins your bloodstream or something, and then you sit on the couch with a stingy bum and a throbbing headache, and I'm like, this is going to last about half an hour. I'm just going to close my eyes and ride it out. And I do, and then you feel good after half an hour. So it's just a weird experience.
With the bum cream, you're powerless to the headache, but
Yeah.
you're at least the master of your own fate with the rice vomiting.
With the vomit, I was like, I know what's happening. Get it over and done with, and it was my own fault. You know, it's that the answer you wanted, or was that too in depth?
No, that's fine.
Great,
Whatever answer you want to give is the answer I want to hear.
awesome.
Now, the rice being your own fault.
Mm-hmm.
Bum problem's not your own fault?
I don't think so. I don't think it's my fault that I got a hemorrhoid.
No, I don't know what causes them. I don't know whether it's just...
Well, I guess it is my own fault because for me it was pushing when I poo. Which here's like a PSA for everybody.
angry pooer.
I found out. No, I just like I get on the toilet. I'm like, I'm pooing.
Get in the
Just
toilet.
push it out.
Now. Get out.
Like-
Get out of my body.
I'm not here to waste time. It's get it out of me, and I just push it out. Like that's what I always thought people did.
Push it out.
and then sitting on the toilet on your phone for 20 minutes afterwards.
It's true, but I didn't
Sitting on the
realize-
phone, does it?
Yeah, because you're
Bums
just
don't like
letting it all
snake
hang
too?
out.
Yeah, you're supposed
and
to-
Yeah,
the-
that shit's meant to stay tight, and if you're just leaving it
But
open.
it's just sitting, isn't it? Isn't it sitting?
yeah,
Yeah,
but you're
but
still
you're-
putting downward pressure on it when you
and
sit like that.
It's
Because
like
we're meant to
pressure
squat.
pressure on your cheeks, and then your butt is just in that open space.
Action-packed Candy Crush. Oh my God.
That's my PSA, everybody. Don't push when you poo. Wait till you have to poo and just let it come out. Also, when you're done pooing, wipe and go get
You've
up.
got to push.
Apparently, you're not, and I don't know. I give it I wait until I need to go, and then I go, and it kind of just happens. You give it like a little extra, but I was just going, push it out. Just 'cause I'm like, I'm not wasting time.
You need
Let's
like
do
a doula or a midwife when you're in there. She'll be like, okay, Matt, I just need you to breathe now. No pushing, please. No pushing. I need to push. I need to push this out. No, just breathing. And now push. I need you to push, Dal. You got to push.
Oh my
okay?
God, I see its head.
I have a note here that I wanted to share, but it's literally a 4-second anecdote.
So official. I feel like I'm being performance reviewed.
Well, I've always got the thing.
Couple of things. Point one. We need to touch on this.
Look
the
at
KPIs.
this is. I shouldn't show people.
Is that the one that's supposed to be going to Amber?
No, that one's done. This used to be my diary.
that
you know
one's
what?
on the way, is it?
Would it be fucked for me to read diary entries of myself?
Diary. So I've got
What
a
are
note
yours?
here. I had a terrible dream. I think we're going to break up. Oh, wait. That's not a... Never mind. That's not...
Here, let's do a bit here. This is a diary journal I started doing.
Have you got a date?
Yeah, I do. This is a journal I started doing when I was like at the peak of my hypochondria. And
And this is a journal that was just for what? Self-reflection later?
just for me. So just to get out thoughts and feelings.
So you
and
could go
stuff
back and
that.
go like, oh my God, look how compressed my hypochondria is. That's too much. I'm going to change kind of
Well,
thing.
it's something like that. I mean, a therapist sort of just say to journal anyway, because it's good to get out things, especially when you're like and I have like a bit of an anger problem as well. So when I'm like amped up and I want to just get this stuff, it's easy just to write it out instead of sending you a 4-paragraph text. You know what I mean?
Or
So-
smacking me around, you know.
You never
Don't
even
say
offered
that.
to put your finger up my bum. And I had a bad headache, and you never, ever have offered to put cream anywhere on me or even near me. And that, I think, is affecting our friendship.
I don't want to hurt your feelings. I've never written about you. I don't think about you at all. Can you retract what you said?
Oh, absolutely.
That's-
Disclaimer.
Jesus.
Disclaimer, I like it.
So I'm not going to read whole things, but let me just try and find some things. Like I did, however, see some red pieces in my shit.
God, I remember this saga. It was like every time you pooped, you came to me with notes.
After some shameful exploring, which involved a stick from the backyard and my feces in the toilet, I was happy to report the red as capsicum. I'm funny.
You're like, this can't just be wasted on me.
No, this is good.
No, flush the toilet. There's further examination to be done.
I'm gonna have to.
So
trim-
hang on.
Yeah.
Presumably, then you hadn't wiped. So you shit. You stare into the toilet and go, oh my God, red, I need a stick. So you waddle out into the backyard, shorts at your ankles, or?
No, look, Ben. Things happen. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta write it out and then deal with it later. Have a
I don't
shower.
know just how detailed this
Things were bad.
diary is. A lot being left out. I'm reading between the lines here.
I did not eat half a block of chocolate last night, so there's that to consider. These quotes are so stupid.
These are weird little mantras. I did not eat half a block of chocolate last night. I did not eat half a block of chocolate last night.
Come on, it's gotta be something else funny.
How do you talk to yourself in the journal? Can you give us like a full thing, or are they?
He's
are you
always on.
I'm reading
really-
through them and they're pretty like upsetting. Not in like,
Oh my God.
not in like a syrup, but in like a hypochondria picking through my poo kind of upsetting way.
Special kind of upsetting.
This is the start of an entry on the 7th of the 5th, 21. Tummy felt good yesterday and today. Interestingly enough, the thing that's bothering now is tight chest and shortness of breath. That's it. Like, I just talk to myself like that. Either way, tummy feels great today. I feel like I could take on the world. What a loser.
As long as I didn't have to do any cardio or move my left arm up and down.
Feel much better. Poop looked great. Chest stuff gone. Smiley face. About to go
There
live.
we go.
About to
Chest
go-
stuff gone.
About to go live. XX. Give myself a little kiss. I will trim this. I will. Just so everybody knows, there's going to be some hard cuts during this bit while I read. This is stupid. What's wrong with me? Ugh.
So what would you say the percentage of poo and heart stuff to anything else in your life is in the journal?
I think it's mainly just poo and heart stuff.
That's pretty much it.
There
If
is-
anything else in there is, it's very much the exception.
One is a brain thing. Sometimes I get fear that I have early onset dementia.
Yeah.
Don't know where that comes from.
Really? I feel like I haven't heard really.
Yeah, I
about
keep that. I
one.
sort of keep that one to myself because
He forgets to tell you.
if I bring it out, shut up. If I bring it out into the world, then it so I keep that one to myself, kinda. But like every now and again, I think it's just because there's a lot of different things going on, and I'm not very good at anything planning wise, or anything. So I'm always like just forgetting shit, and like when I've got like 3 different projects happening on the PC, sometimes I just end up sitting there staring at 10 seconds and going, "Why did I open that file thing?"
That's
That's
human.
not dementia.
It's the equivalent of walking into a room and going, "Why did I come into the room?" But for like on my computer, which happens to everybody, but obviously, stupid brain.
Well, the good thing is drumming is meant to be really good for your brain.
Been
right?
enjoying
It's
drumming
like doing
a
Sudokus.
lot. I think that's it.
Sudokus is really the drumming of numbers.
I've always said it.
Yeah,
All tiny boxes.
I'm sure there's other funny shit in there, but I don't want to sit here
I
reading my
get it.
journal silently for the rest of the. Or that could be the whole podcast where we all just watch me read my journal silently. Anyways, there was a point to that. Oh yeah, the anecdote. So I have a lot of planning here, but here's my 4-second anecdote.
Okay.
Drove past a store today when I went to DJ City. Coming back, I drove past a store called 5 Star Music. Google reviews, 4.5 stars.
Good stuff. It's a real Mitch Hedberg.
And
Which are
Bigfoot is blurry.
And Bigfoot is blurry. Yeah, that made me laugh just quietly myself for like 4 minutes. Yeah,
What was funnier, that or Doodle Cage?
Doodle Cage is pretty fucking good. New Year's was fun. It's been so long because we're up to date.
It's been so long since we've had a new year.
Yeah,
It's been like fucking 8 months.
last
Crazy.
podcast we did was before Christmas, I think, because we're
Yeah.
usually like 2 weeks ahead, but we took a week off for New Year's, and then this week was weird with planning because Aiden had COVID, so we didn't know whether he actually had COVID. He was waiting for a test and that sort of thing. So if you're watching this now, we recorded this 2 days ago, so it's pretty up to date. But yeah, New
Yeah,
Year.
we're going to be hitting all the hot button issues.
Yep.
Did
Hemorrhoids.
you guys hear Prince Philip died?
What?
Oh, my God.
What?
Did he die?
Yeah, ages ago.
Did he?
Yeah.
That was like some 2021 shit.
Was it? And he's the one that you were like, he was in the car and he was looking shitly,
Yes.
and then you were like, he's gonna die soon.
Yeah, and then he did.
Oh, did he? I didn't know he died.
Yeah, big time.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well,
What's news to you?
it is news to me, and I'm broken up about it.
Who's looking after Liz?
Who the fuck is watching her?
The guys in the big hats. They're all over it.
Did you see that video? How do you feel about this? There's a video of the guard. You know when the guard are like, "Go to the Queen's Guard!" Like they're very fucking serious.
Yeah.
And like, which is weird because don't people like mess with them and do shit? Why do
Yeah.
they not just fucking like knock people out?
Because they're not allowed to, because it's
Do
their
they just
whole oath
literally have
and
to
shit.
stand there?
Yeah.
Anyways, there's this video, and they're marching, and then one of them, someone's following with the camera, and he goes, "Make way for the Queen's Guard," or something like that. He screams like really, and he just powers through a kid, knocks the kid to the ground. Fucking phenomenal, outstanding.
There's another one with the lady trying to take a photo, but it's so obvious. There's a big rope right there, and they climb under the rope, and they turn their camera the wrong way every time, and then it's so spiteful the way they knock him out of the way. Like, you missed the fucking rope.
That's probably the best part of the job, to be honest.
Yeah,
People are real mad. Like
That's
people
what
are
I'm
like, "This is fucking ridiculous. No tradition this old should fucking power through." And I was like,
finally my training's all come to an end.
I'm like, these cunts don't want to lose their jobs.
Yeah.
If he didn't power through their kids, someone would probably fire him. Get your fucking
Nigel,
kid out of the way.
We've seen the video. We noticed that you slightly turned to avoid that child. Unfortunately, we're going to have to take your big hat and old-timey gun.
No, please. No, please. I'll
No,
power
please.
through
Next
six.
time I'll smash through that little fucking kid. I know I can't. Give me another fucking chance, please, Gav. I'm sorry, it's one chance. That's what all the training was for, to smash over little kid and photographer ladies. And if you can't do it, then clearly you're not worthy of Her Majesty's Guard. No, I can fucking do it. I'll kill 10 kids. Just put it in front of me now, please. I'll kick them all.
So you're on the kid's side.
They got a rope. Nah, they got a rope. They got to get skilled.
It is very clearly delineated.
In this video, it didn't look like it was people were like gathered around and they were just moving through a street. I'll play it.
Those people have probably already bypassed the rope and shit that was behind them.
My taxes pay for this fucking castle.
What are they called? Guards.
Queen's Guard.
Hurt
Beefeaters? Are they beefeaters?
kid.
That one is more
just
aggressive than I've
punted
seen.
him.
Yeah.
So you can sort of
That
see.
looked purposeful.
Well,
They slowly pinch it in.
And also, how much do they look like the Winkies from The Wizard of Oz?
They really do.
hot takes with Becca
Oh,
Jones.
we all get out the fucking way, kid.
Mate, why are we going to Emerald Sea?
So I didn't see. I think they were just going through like wherever they were. It didn't look like there were ropes. But also, you would have seen them from ages away.
Yeah, the one with the lady is very obvious. Everyone's on one side of the rope.
Yeah,
She's like, I'm a celebrity.
I've seen that one, and you're like,
Yeah.
get out of the way. But you know, I feel like if he got out, would he gotten fired if he stepped out? I guess we don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to
Yeah.
ask Liz. Here's the thing. You seen them ones with the Tour de France and everything? Where the people are like, as the bikes are coming through, and then one goes, huh, and then they'll go, and everyone falls over.
Yeah,
Yeah, that lady with the sign, and she copped. Like, I think she might have gotten jail time for
I think it
it.
was life, yeah.
I've seen the one where was that a recent one? It was on like Winston.
Yeah, she had
Prizes.
that big sign and got in front of them and like knocked a lot of them over, and I think she caused some serious injuries.
Yeah, I think the first guy, like his head just went into the road. Is that one? And he's
No,
like,
or maybe.
I think I don't remember a sign. I might be thinking of a different one, but it's your same vibe still.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? Here's the thing.
Did I say that?
Yeah,
I've got dementia. I don't know.
early.
Onset.
Yeah. Let me.
Early?
I'll put a similar question to
Fucking
you
Rude.
because I think here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Regular onset dementia. Good old fashioned, perfectly timed.
Could you push that mirror this direction? Keep going. Just give it
Yeah,
a
I
good
was
shove.
thinking that.
When I was in Shepparton, I have like a real problem.
I know.
Thank you. With parents who hit their kids, and I don't like getting involved in other people's business, but like if someone in my family was like if I saw my brother hit his kid, which he would never do, it would be upsetting. It would. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think it's
I
fucking
feel like
dumb.
you're missing out.
Yeah, I want to have a go myself.
Yeah.
Also, people who like beat the shit out of their dogs. Like we saw that guy at the park that one time was just like wailing his dog. I'm like, why are you doing that? Dog doesn't even know what's going on. It's all sort of like I don't understand it. That being said, I think if you want to like give your kid a secret little elbow in the head and look the other way, totally fine. Because
Plausible deniability.
Here's
You don't
the
have to see it then.
no, because I was hanging out with my niece and nephew. Right, I love my niece. She's beautiful, adorable. I'll do anything for her. I'll smash through 10 kids in a guard costume for her. And my nephew was being a fucking little prick that day. And we're basically playing fetch. She kept giving me this ball and she wanted me to throw this ball. And I was like, okay. I was throwing the ball and then she'd
Is
go
your niece a
over.
border collie?
Yeah. And she'd go and get the ball and bring it back. She was fucking loving it. She was giggling and all that sort of stuff. And he'd been being a shit to her. He's a really bad little brother. I'm worried about
He's a big
the-
brother, isn't he?
He's a big brother. Sorry. He's little to me. So I was like,
Like 3 or 4 inches shorter.
yeah. So he's about 4 and she's,
Foot what?
shut up. He's 4 years old and she's 2.
Yep.
And
2 is quite young
yeah.
to be mean to.
Yeah. No,
I
no.
guess if he's 4, then
Yeah, he's just been a
it's
bully
only-
a big brother. He might be 5. I'm not sure. He's in kindergarten, and he's been an asshole to her all day. And then I threw the ball. She got the ball, and then she's coming back to give me the ball. And he goes, he like grabs her out of her hand, and she's like, "Give it." Says, I won't say the names, but fucking give it, and like rips it out of her hand.
She's like, fucking give it.
And he's like, and so she's like, meh, and like just cries there. And then he gives me the ball and goes to turn away, to walk away for me to throw it, which is what she was doing. And I just went, bonk in the back of his head. And he did that thing where he's like he didn't really know what had happened. And I was like, that's what you get because you're too stupid to understand the situation. So, and that felt good. But, he didn't really know. I wasn't like being like, hey, come here, smack you on the bottom. You need to know what you did. It was just sort of for me to be like.
so you exerted violence on a child, but not for any lesson because he didn't know what happened.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I think the lesson is the problem. Sometimes you just got to go bong, and I went bong. And
This is just for me.
You don't care whether he does it again. You just want to hurt him for doing it the last time. Yeah, okay. Nice.
I did that one other time where I was being a shit, and I like did that thing where you kick their legs and they trap.
God. Where do you think he's learning this stuff from?
No, I don't know because he doesn't know what's going on. He just goes like, "What was that?" He thought he tripped.
You thought and you didn't disabuse him of that and be like, no, that was because you were being an asshole. See, when you're an asshole, bad things happen. You just went, yeah, you fell over. Guess you better keep doing whatever you're doing
Yeah.
and hope it doesn't happen again for no reason.
It's kind of like, but it's like it's like Pavlov's dog.
Is it though?
You like
Because he doesn't know why it's happened and you don't tell him why it's happened.
no, but he's like linking his mind because every time he annoys her, something bad happens.
No, every time he's around you, something bad happens.
Yeah.
No, he loves me for
So
some
if I'm
reason.
going to abuse people, I should do it quietly away from other people's eyes or people that are bigger than me.
It's my advice. My advice to everybody.
Like you do it to him and your parents aren't around to see it and his parents aren't around to see it.
Yeah. I bet my parents do things like put shit in my bed and cut my brakes and all, just basic.
I'm
parent
assuming
shit.
they've done stuff like that to you because where did you learn it,
I learned it in secret. Yeah.
Okay, what, the KGB?
Open up.
Anyways, don't hit your kids. That's my
Unless you can do it without someone seeing.
Just
Yeah.
with a very light rubber ball at the back of the head.
Yeah.
advice. You know what it is. Pong. That's the noise you want to hear. Yeah. It didn't hurt him. It was funny. Grow up, everyone.
Grow the fuck up.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to my summer internship at the Queen's Guard.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Move out, quick, good. I've got that voice ready. I'm ready
Yeah,
to go.
good.
Yeah.
Mate, you can't keep turning into the children. It's too obvious. If you're going to do it, it has to be at least some sort of curvature to your arc. Just side kicking a meter away. Queen's Guard.
We got some Bruce jokes if you want to get into those.
Yeah.
I love a good Bruce joke.
Aiden's not here then.
Bruce.
Well, Aiden's not participating. The dynamic's going to be different.
Yeah, it's going to be hard because we're not getting any laughs now.
Well, I always
they're
laugh.
really
I'm
good.
an easy laugh, so
That's
he'll have
good.
that.
Funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse
Put
you.
on your laughing shoes, fuckheads, because
So
it's
long.
time for
I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. What do you mean funny?
Bruce jokes.
Bruce jokes. Now, I haven't read these as always. I'm just opening them up blind. And we're going to go for it.
Okay.
Is everybody ready for Bruce jokes?
Yep.
For those who've never heard Bruce jokes, it has been a while. During the first lockdown we ever did, Bruce started writing jokes that I thought were actually very, very funny. And I
Bruce is
started-
our housemate.
Bruce is our
Context.
housemate and
Maybe.
old friend. Yeah. He might exist, he might not. Some people aren't sure whether he's real.
He is kind of a cryptid.
If you think about it, Bruce is an anagram of other words. So it could be anything really that we're tricky code.
He's an anagram of Rubik.
Think about it.
So
I don't support open source. If you're not using the source, close it or it will go bad.
Yeah, I've heard so many of these that I knew exactly where that was going. It was good though.
You like that one, Ben?
puns are never no.
You know, like puns are the lowest form of comedy.
You've got
I
to
think they're the most
really
wholesome form.
Work for a good pun.
Well, you're not going to like the rest of these. No, I don't know. I haven't read them. I've been hearing some really good things about fiber, both in my diet and to the node.
That's exactly the same joke, isn't it?
Yeah.
I read it and I was like, and to the node. And then I got it. And I was like, that's good. That's good shit, Bruce. I really enjoy that one. Now, this has capitals in it, so I'm going to assume I have to
Wow.
scream them. Traditionally, weddings are held in churches. But statistically, I'm more likely to waddle because I'm bottom heavy. Makes no sense.
I like that one. That one's really cooked.
Nothing?
That's fine. That's probably the best one so far, I think.
3 gay men walk into a public toilet. The first one steps up to the hand dryer, and Matt cannot tell the rest of this joke. Because I'm P.S. Matt, you're a fucking dirty.
Smooth transition.
I can't say that. I can't say that. Yeah. Bruce is gay. He's allowed to say what he wants. So, next joke.
Okay.
So Aiden has no taste. Also, he's experiencing COVID symptoms.
That's good.
He didn't know. He knew Aiden wasn't going to be here today. That was good. Thank you, Bruce, for the Bruce jokes. I enjoyed some of those. Just not the one with the words I can't say.
You're in a real pickle, huh?
Where's that?
Well, half the games on this podcast are words you don't know what they mean, and the other half are words you can't say. You're in a bind.
It's tough out there for a boy.
It's tough out there, you know, bringing all the content. Yes, I don't know. I sometimes I worry that I'm not like mentally disabled, but like I have some sort of like learning disability that was never diagnosed or sorted out. You know, just because of my general. You know how long it took me to read, like. For someone who, I enjoy music and scripts and plays and I'm a pretty good at a cold read and all that sort of stuff.
Yep.
There's a lot of words in my life, but I barely fucking know any. And in grade 2, I couldn't read. Couldn't read. I couldn't write. I remember
Because your parents
Grade
kept throwing
2?
tennis balls at the back of your head.
yeah, grade 2. I remember I had to go to a thing after school, which was like a learning, a reading, writing.
Like Kumon.
So, is that like a reading, writing school?
Yeah, my
thing?
brother went to that.
Come on.
For like extra tutoring.
Yeah, and I remember I was so old. I remember not being able to know the letter G. I remember going through the alphabet and being like A, B, C, D, E, F.
You know the rest. You guys fill it in.
But I was like just making sounds, like not being able to get it. I remember having a really hard time with G, and I don't know why. But to be that old and remember that, is
And now
kinda
it's your
fucked.
letter.
But I feel like you're one of those people who
I just gave away
So-
why it's called GMAT.
so socially apt that you would have worked out like someone will ask you a question you don't want to answer to, and you'll do some fun little joke to get over, like A, B, C, D, E, F, H, R, J, K, L, M, N, O. And you were going to
Hey,
like grade 4
Daddy-o.
for like, say the other one.
Do I need to cut that out?
What?
Because I've always said that I'm not going to tell people why
Well, is that actually why?
that was, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was playing. You were starting a video game streaming channel. You thought, what am I going to call it? Oh, the letter that I couldn't say.
There was sort of two things that went with it, and that was one.
I mean, that's a pretty adorable origin story.
that I couldn't
I
say
like
the word
it.
G.
But you know what? I'm sure you said a whole bunch of other ones as well. If you keep that one in, but then take out this part where you admit that that's the real reason,
Okay,
then it's
yeah.
just another one in the sea of reasons that you've given.
Okay, yeah, let's go with that. Or
Okay.
I'll just leave this and fuck it. Whoever listens to this knows the answer.
They've earned it. You know?
There was another thing as well. The other day I pointed out to Beck. I remember being old enough to have this memory is that I couldn't read, obviously, but I was watching The Simpsons. And at the start, I always thought it said Bart Simpson, not The Simpsons, because I couldn't read it. And so for the longest time, I thought it was just a show about him. I thought he was the main character, and it was just called Bart Simpson.
But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know whether that's got anything to do. I mean, it does have the text on the screen, but Georgia listens to the podcast,
Mm-hmm.
but doesn't really listen to the intro. So I don't know how many. You've probably heard it a lot because you edit it.
Mm-hmm.
But she was just. I can't remember how it came up, but the other day she was going through the intro. She was just kind of singing it to herself, I guess, in the car. She's like, "Oh, she listens to the podcast."
The big main intro.
The video one,
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the song that starts Michaela, and then it goes Hotel Spider-Man, and is there anything for business?
That's what she said.
That's what she thinks they said. For a while, I was like, actually listen to it, and we ironed it out. But it's just one of the, because you don't actually focus on it; it's in the background.
MacGyver.
No, Michaela. She thought it said
Michaela.
Michaela.
First of all,
Yeah.
it's tequila. What was the next
Is
one?
it? I don't even know what it is.
It's been going tequila.
Yeah, I guess if you don't remember that bit, then it's kind of hard to decipher. So it's Michaela,
Which is tequila.
Hotel Spider-Man.
Hometown Spider-Man.
Clearly not a fan of that bit. But I was like, it's from the bit Hometown Spider-Man. So what? What bit? What?
It's my bit, baby.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's you. Because she hears you so much. She that doesn't
Yeah.
imprint in her brain so much.
I think I just started, I was thinking, yes, I got another story. It just skips that bit. Just
Yeah.
blah, 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 15 seconds until I stop talking.
What was the next one?
Is there anything for business? Which I don't know how
That's such
how
a
you get that.
two like really popular bits. And that
Yeah.
one's like, is it anything for dessert or something? Is
There's
it anything
so many
for
other syllables.
business?
I think if you've not heard it or you don't concentrate on it, it might get like
it
kind of
would,
blended into the mix a bit.
it
but
would make sense.
I
yeah.
hear I'm like, there's like 8 more syllables than what you're saying.
So that's what I was thinking. I had to be like, is there anything for business?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. That's very funny. I enjoyed that thoroughly. Thank you, Georgia, for that content. Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know whether Bart Simpson is that bad.
You know, thank you. That's what I needed. Yeah, so I worry that I there's something that keeps me behind because I fucking honestly, I don't want to blow smoke up your asses, but you two in particular, I'm not putting Aiden on the same level as me. I'm not saying Aiden has but you two are two of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. Out of like the friends and the people I
more
met,
people.
you two are
We really ran out of shit to say this week.
two of the
God, we're
smartest
having a
people I
compliment
know.
circle.
In the way that you do, but not like you're fucking nerds, you know what I mean? But you just got general knowledge, you just know about things, music and films, and like you've just got a broad general knowledge and a great vocabulary. And I don't. And I fucking have a hard time keeping up.
Grade 2, it astounds me, honestly.
Yeah,
Like,
it was-
You know how they talk about No Child Left Behind? You were that child that
Yeah.
got left behind.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, that's a theory. Like theoretically, no child left behind, but there's gonna be some collateral. You know, shit's gonna happen. We can't.
1 or 2 kids are getting punted by the guard.
No holes in the net. 0 holes in the net. A net built by the state government. Come on.
But it was a good idea because I do remember being struggling, and then I sort of shot above other kids, and was like, because I was reading a lot, from like grade 4 onwards, and then, but it's still, I don't read at all anymore. I don't consume information. I always feel like
I don't consume information.
You know what I
Such a
mean? Like,
fucking broad
just from me.
statement.
I don't like the news and things like I didn't even know Prince Philip was dead. Like
Yeah, you
shit
get
like
it all
that.
from me when I finish work and I complain about like these fucking 3 stories today.
John McDoe went online on BattleNet. No, not BattleNet, on fucking... Who's on your computer?
Oh, I've been hacked.
Maybe my thing just cut out. Anyways, yeah, I'm a duppy is basically what I'm saying. I worry about that sometimes. I don't know if that's hypochondria or not.
No, you have your strengths.
Yeah, that's a great way of saying. That's a kind way of putting it. Yeah.
You're much better verbally than you are written. Like, I will admit that when you write stuff down, I'm a bit like, oh God.
But I find myself like failing in arguments because I keep using the same words over and over again. When if I argue with Ben, he'll use this different word for something about 10 times throughout an argument when
What's that got to do with winning or losing?
I don't know, because I feel like you can emphasize or just have a better, see, I can't even do it now. Just have a better argument when you're just using more words. Maybe it's just a dumb thing.
And confidence is half of winning an argument anyway.
I have confidence. I got no problem with confidence. I'll argue till fucking I'm red in the face, blue in the face.
Yeah, but if you don't have confidence in what you're saying or how to say it, then
Yeah.
Then don't you have a bad argument? I have no confidence in this point of view, but I'm just going to say it.
no, not necessarily. I don't think everybody is articulate, but that doesn't make everybody wrong.
But you're saying confidence in what you're saying, not.
But like in terms of an argument, like the person
Yeah.
who wins is the person who sounds like they know what they're talking about the best, usually.
There is like I
In the
see what
court
you
of
mean.
public opinion, I mean.
There's like that you can have
it's
confidence,
probably
confidence in what
public
you're saying, but
opinion.
not confidence in the argument. Like you don't feel like, because sometimes I feel like I'm right, but I feel like I'm not going to be able to get my point across effectively based on my limited mental capacity.
Well, I feel like that too, especially, I mean, it's hard going up against Ben. And, and I always find myself floundering as well because I'm like, oh, you just make me angry.
Everyone does, don't they? Don't people, you just like, it's just, if you could just like do a little data cable and go, whoop, and then
Yeah.
you wouldn't have to do the words and get your point. Like everyone feels like you fall short of communicating what you're trying to communicate because language is somewhat limited because thoughts are like crazy, conceptual, abstract things. But
And I panic in the moment and my brain goes looking for one, I get stuck on one word that I want and then I forget where I was going and, just sort of stop in my tracks and I give up.
I have a hard time bringing thoughts into, like, especially if there's no warning, if you just start talking about something, which is weird because I do the podcast now, but I have a hard time bringing thoughts into, I guess there's more pressure in an argument than on the podcast. Anyways, I'm dumb was the point of that.
we all hate improv.
My book's upside down.
it's funny that though, like the mental thing of, you're like, it's easier than the podcast, but for some people the podcast would be way harder than having an argument. And like, if we suddenly go, okay, this is all improv, Matt, then you're like, oh, fuck. But it's just like the way you frame it in your head.
Yeah. I wish that's another a thing about. I literally thought about this the other day. I can't remember if I said it on stream or not. But with the brain, is that if somebody gave me a time machine,
Yep.
I got no idea what I'd do with it because I don't care. There's nothing. I thought about it for ages. I'm like, what do I want to go back and see? And nothing is substantial enough for me to be like, I want to go back and see that.
Does the time machine only go backwards?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but that's again. I'm like, I want to go to the future, but that's the only answer I have.
That's
It's
still
like
an
people
answer.
but like, if I said, if you had a time machine, you could go back to any period in time. What would you want to see?
June 1973, so I could watch Ziggy Stardust's last concert.
And Ben, Wednesday was pretty good.
I had a pretty good sandwich.
The funny
You
is
wouldn't go back and try and be like, Matt, don't sign this contract or choose this thing instead of that thing, or like, don't talk to that guy in the drama class. He's going to make your podcast fucking miserable.
is that something I'm allowed
Or
to
you
do?
mean just like go
change
back
it?
and observe history?
Observe, yeah. Like I just
Yeah,
don't care
okay.
about history. I don't care about stuff that's already happened.
You want to see the fall of the Berlin Wall?
Nothing.
Or the erection of the Berlin Wall?
What about
or-
Led Zeppelin?
I mean, like I like Led Zeppelin, but I'm not dying. Like the best I come up with is like, it was a joke answer. I was like, I'll go back to someone standing around and being like, I got a good idea for restaurants, salsas. What do you guys think? And that's the best I can come up with is a goof answer.
I think that's good because it means you're living in the moment. Man.
No, he's not buying it.
I was like, I can feel you trying to turn this into
Yeah.
something
No,
good.
honestly, like, what's the point in fucking being like, oh, I wish I could go. I mean, I spend a lot of time considering the music that I like and how it makes me very estranged from my peers. Like, sometimes I'm like, oh, God, I wish I was born 30 years ago. And, I spend a decent amount of time lamenting shit like that, but not you.
I would probably go back to Woodstock. It'd good to be there, but at an age where I could appreciate it more.
Mm-hmm. Just like
Again.
see it, just be a part
Yeah,
of
so
it.
I was so young. It was hard to really absorb it.
Didn't know
But no,
you were
Woodstock would be cool because, all the guys are there. You got the whole gang. Everyone's doing their thing. Bunch of big
there are
ones.
also girls at Woodstock. You should go and hang out with them.
I was using that collectively.
No, I meant like you were talking about musicians. I was talking about the audience. Like all these guys. Like, come on, boys, let's
Boys,
get in the mud.
sweaty and muddy. Let's rock out to some Hendrix.
Yeah, no, okay, that's a good one. I think I would probably go with one of you to your thing, but I couldn't come.
Yeah, exactly.
Tag along. I'm going to the gym. I'm going to Woodstock. I'm going to Woodstock.
Yeah. Future would be cool. I want to. Yeah, I think the one thing I get lost in, and I've said this before so often, is the only thing. There's not a lot I get lost in thought where I just sit there thinking because it's just not all the time. But I do.
Sorry.
So
The fact that you get a time machine, you can go anywhere in history or the future, and you're just like, you want to split this Uber or?
Yeah, I'll come to your thing, I guess.
I mean, I get that it's cool, but like whatever, wherever you go, I just want to
think-
get out of the house.
I just think I know you guys will make a better idea than me, so I
Yeah.
can like trust in your decision making. You know. The thing I get lost in thought about all the time is space. I think about space a lot.
Right.
Sometimes
so
I just
if you
sit
had rather than a time machine, you like a space machine.
well, I'd like to go to the future where I can go to space.
All right.
Yeah.
So time and space machine.
That's it.
Technically, a car is a time and space machine. You get in it and drive somewhere. You're in a different space, and time has elapsed. So that's the cheapest way to do it.
Technically, all of us ourselves are time and space machines.
This
I
is
mean,
true.
we're walking through space. Time passes.
You know what? I think you would like a little show called Star Trek, maybe, Beck. Yeah,
Trek?
I'll write it down.
Star
It's
Trek?
TREK. Trek.
The one that delivers my packages?
Yeah, but they deliver science fiction content from
Express?
the 1960s onwards. If you got a streaming software thing, you can.
Right, okay. Yeah, I'll look into it.
I think there's a time portal in that little space between the lounge room and the kitchen. Because I was watching telly and I looked at the time. It was 3:30. I walked into the kitchen. The microwave said 8:36.
Wow.
Time portal.
Shit.
Time portal. New segment.
Time portal.
Yeah. I got in the car, went to the chemist. It was a bit later than when I first got in the car. Time portal.
Time portal. Yeah. Beck, what time are we at the bottom there? Bottom right.
An hour 8.
So it's like 55 minutes or something. Sweet.
You can't you just look at the thing?
What do you mean?
The recorder says 47 minutes. Is that what you're asking?
Oh, true. Yeah. Yep. Sorry, I went by the video one instead of that one. That's probably a better way of doing it.
Some of the
Shut up,
most
Beck.
clever people you've ever met over here.
Which number is the proper number for us?
I'm just doing what I'm told. Looking at that one.
Can I
Just like the Nazis.
can I pose a question to you guys?
Yeah.
This one is from
What pose are you gonna do?
this one.
Yeah, nice.
This one is from the speaking of which, fucking 2022 is going all right.
Is it?
Everybody here, Beck's on a full calorie sort of deficit thing.
I've been swimming.
Mass swimming.
Well, no, actually, I've been doing deep water aerobics.
Yeah, she's doing classes. Bruce stopped smoking.
He's going to 5-star music every day.
Yeah, he's eating well. He's going to the gym and all that sort of stuff. You know, and I was vomiting yesterday, so that's pretty good.
Nice. Spare calories.
I remember I said it on stream. I said I was talking about vomiting, and someone said something about like, yeah, that's called bulimia, but I read it in like a sort of way that was like shut up.
Yeah.
Like people do this for real.
Yeah, we all have it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're all capable of making ourselves vomit for
Yeah.
tactical reasons.
I was like, I'm not making a joke about eating disorder. I ate shitty rice and made myself vomit.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's
You
been
don't own vomiting.
so many times in the stream because there's been a lot of people coming in the stream who are new because there's been a lot of stuff on Facebook doing real well. So people come in every now and again and don't quite get my vibe and will say something like that. I'll be like, shut the fuck up. Fuck off.
You sure maybe they're not doing like a sarcastic little...
Never know. It's hard. That's why I can't say this stuff because I don't want to come across
Oh,
like
okay. So you just sort of like...
digest it and go,
okay,
wonder what that was
just-
about. And there's a button now I can click, which is like, so all the mods can see a suspicious user. So we're like, just keep
Really?
your eye on that person.
Flagged for spam.
Yeah. Anyways,
You were posing.
question that someone in the stream asked me, would you rather, if you're listening to the stream right now, you can click off. Would you rather, it's a zombie apocalypse, but you have two options. You can be in a zombie apocalypse where the zombies are super fast, like the fast running zombies, like World War Z.
I'm
kind of-
Legend.
Yeah,
okay.
like intense, super fast zombies.
Dawn of the Dead, are they fast in that one?
I thought that was like the start, like when they were all slow.
I don't know.
Or slow zombies, regular slow zombies, but also animals can get zombified. But those animals are like, you know, a dog will run fast and do that. Or if a lion gets it's the animal zombified.
I think there's a lot more people and they're going to be a lot more of an issue.
That's exactly what I said. And this was like people were split down the middle, and I was like, they're like, think about it, zombie lion.
Where am I going to run into that?
Exactly. And I was
Stuck
like,
in the cage at the zoo.
there's no fucking lions in the middle of Melbourne.
Yeah, there's probably like one or two, but they're
Yeah.
in a cage.
And
And I
they're-
just won't go there.
Also, they have to get bit.
This is true.
Like they don't just become zombies. There has to be creatures that will get bit by slow zombies, which most things like will just fucking back
About
away.
this. But if you got like if animals can do it, all animals, you got a zombie mosquito. A zombie mosquito bites a regular lion. Zombie lion.
I didn't even think about this. Oh, this has fucked me up. Zombie mosquitoes. How is that not more of a thing in zombie movies? Where people are just like, oh.
Yeah. And then they get that weird sweat and go a bit green, like, no, I'm fine. No, I just worn out from the running we've been doing.
I just ate some bad butter chicken.
Got bad news. What, no food? No. All out of fucking off. It's all fucking gone.
Yeah.
Beck, you'd be fucked.
Yeah. No, I'd just chuck a suey at the start, honestly. Like,
Chuck a suey?
that's always been my strategy for dealing with zombies.
What's a suey?
Just end it. You know?
Where does suey
It's short.
Suicide. Throw a fucking suey.
I would. I really would. I'm like, this is too much.
It would be too much.
I don't like
3
getting out of bed
across.
before noon, for fuck's sake.
3 across, the act of killing yourself. I've got suey, Beck. I don't. What the hell could this be? it's like 7 or 8 letters or something.
I couldn't read until I was 9.
Settle. It's 10.
Really? I just imagine you like all the 7-Elevens in the area. You know, everything gets ransacked and the shelves are tipped over. Everything's fine in all your 7-Elevens. It's just the drinks fridge and 1 row of White Monster cans all gone.
Yeah, if I could get out to like an island or something and just be by myself, and that might be okay.
Island boys. No? I don't think you'd do okay on an island.
Well, I mean, it's better than getting eaten by a fast zombie.
Yeah, but still, here's one again. Back to the thing. Like, you two are two of the smartest people I know, but you don't have any like. I don't want to be mean, but you don't have a lot of like survival skills.
No, and I don't have the will to survive. If I'm even slightly
That is probably the
inconvenienced.
primary survival skill that you need, isn't it?
Yeah.
The fucking.
I'm just like, you
The
know
will.
what?
the
You know what?
motivation to do anything.
I can't be bothered. Can't
Yeah.
be bothered with this.
So what? Do you just lay there and wait for a zombie? Now let's not talk about how you'd kill yourself. This is a bad.
The speech of like everyone like, come on, we've got to band together, and then Beck gets up and makes her thing. Guys, what are we really preserving here? What's the fucking point?
Just at the
Mac
back.
and cheese gone. Chicken tendies gone. Okay, there's no yellow foods and no one's making any more Monster. Once it's gone, it is gone. Do we really want to continue? That's what I'm asking right now.
I want to see like the shot of like Braveheart, where someone's the Braveheart guy's at the front doing the big speech, and it's like looking at his back, and then he goes out of focus, and it's just a Beck in the back, arms crossed, just going.
They can take our liberty, and that's fine. We're like, what are we doing with it?
No, what are you fucking saying? Shut up.
Yeah.
This fucking guy, blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Look, the thing about speeches is often it's the person yelling the loudest that wins the speech.
You know.
It's not, look, I'm get a little bit shaky and nervous and I get stuck on one word, but fuck this guy. Let's just, you know.
See that bridge? We can all go up on that bridge,
Yeah.
walk off.
That's
done.
high. It's like 2 seconds of work and then done.
Done. Yeah. Yeah, go for that big nap. You would not be able to sleep in either. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah,
Exactly.
you'd be
That's
done.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, no chicken tendies.
Nothing left to live
Monster.
That's it. We're going to have to get up at daylight because we want to use the waking hours so we can see all the threats coming towards us. We're going to walk in that direction. We need to get to the top of that hill. Daylight, let's call it like a hard 3:30-ish.
Yeah.
And then we'll reassess then. Wake up,
Just a little sleepy,
quick
guys.
Monster.
That was the funniest thing Beck said to me yesterday that I've ever heard. When I was like, "Hey, we're having trouble with the planning for the podcast. Can you do 10:30 tomorrow?" And she's like, "Can we call it a gentleman's 11?" And I was like, "That's good shit. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can probably call it a gentleman's 11."
You said it in a funny way, and so yes.
Yes. Yeah, that's if anybody says anything to me in a funny way, you get what you want. Because I appreciate humor. And it's good. It's good.
Okay.
I think that's all I've got, everybody. I think that's literally everything I got, and we made it to the end. Oh,
But
Reconsidering.
my mum can't. I don't know what skill this is. I didn't talk. This is what an old note from when I went to Shepparton, but she has this fucking knack for taking me to just the bottom of the barrel shit, fucking stinky, worst restaurants that you could ever fucking imagine. You walk in, I'm like, I want to throw myself off a fucking bridge.
aren't there only like 4 restaurants in Shepparton?
There's
anyway?
loads. There's loads. That's all you can do in Shepparton is open up a restaurant.
It's
Or
a nice menswear store.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but this knack she has to go to the fucking worst restaurants that have just the most amazing food is unparalleled. I can't. It's It's insane. I've been to so many restaurants where it's just dog shit when I walk in and I eat some of the best food I've ever eaten. And this one we went to when I was down there was like not even a storefront. It was kind of like, it was in like the business district. And on the side of a little highway, there was nowhere to park. We had to go down, park somewhere, and then walk down the highway to get to it. And she's like, because I want sizzling steak. I really want sizzling steak. And I was like, all right. So he goes, this place makes the best sizzling steak you can get anywhere. And we went there. And I walked in, and it was lunchtime on a weekend. Totally empty. And when we opened the door, this little Chinese lady comes and sort of was just like, I popped her head around and I was like, oh, because it was a Chinese restaurant. She's like, oh, there's a customer. And like she was surprised someone was coming into our restaurant. I don't know how they're open either, like how they've been able to function as a business, but for empty on a Saturday for lunch was unbelievable. And they're playing like Christmas carols. That was like, the Christmas carols were like Michael Bublé being like, I'm dreaming of white Christmas, interspersed with like the next song would be some traditional Chinese music, I think. I don't know, but some sort of traditional Asian music. But then it was like way fucking louder than the Christmas carol. It got to the point where we're like, we'd wait for the Chinese music to stop to go to the Christmas carol, and we're like, okay, we can talk now. Like we're making a joke about how loud it was.
They weren't changing it all.
No.
The old drag and drop on the MP3 player. They've not checked the audio to normalize it all.
No. The rest, it was all the decor was shitty. There was about 30 tables. It was. I sent you a photo. I remember.
Yeah.
It was
It
like
looked like an oversized Bunnings toilet.
well in the toilet. Yeah. Oh, the toilet. Fucking hell. But like the
No,
rest.
the whole place is all like tiles, just tiles and white walls.
Yeah. And all the roofs were like. I don't know if anyone's ever been to a public school where the roofs are those things you can throw pens into and it sticks in.
Oh, yeah.
And like you can throw a ball
Oh my
up there
God, I
and
forgot about doing that.
knock the fucking frame out.
Just like foam.
Yeah, it was foam. There was like these foam roofs and it was just falling apart. And there was like, you could see on some, there was just like a big, like there'd been some sort of leak there and there was a stain. And like the paper table cloths that are made of paper so they can just rip them, scrunch them up, put them in the recycling bin. Unbelievable. Went into the toilet. And I can't remember what the toilet paper said, but there was no toilet paper or toilet paper holder. There was just a square cardboard packet on the floor that said something like cheap toilet paper or like
Economy.
money saver, something saver.
0.5 ply.
So, even like it said either word saver or cheap or cost effective or something on
Economy bottom squares.
I'll find it and I'll put it up as text in this. But yeah, it was fucking hilarious. I'll put that photo up. And it was the worst. Also, no lock on the door, which I think is a sin. I think get a lock.
You got to
on
do
your
that
toilet door.
squat where you're like holding it closed with
But it
your
wasn't.
arm.
It was out of my reach, and it was a sliding door. So like, if somebody just decides they want to take a shit, which I'm not worried about because there was nobody in the restaurant. But like one of the
problem with those sorts of places is usually they're storing most of the cleaning products in there as well, though.
You're not wrong because that's where it was. Yeah. So I was just like,
Someone comes in for a mop and you're squeezing one out. Can you put this cream on my ass, please?
yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And the food outstanding. Really, really fucking good. That was it. Oh, you know what else they had? They had they had one of those pushy things that you put boxes. What's the so you can lift heavy shit.
Pallet? The little forklift thing?
No, they're just a small one like we have out at the shed, like a little trolley, yeah. But they had it next to the serving counter, and they'd wrapped a plant, like some sort of ivy, all the way around it, so that it wouldn't look like it like blended in with the wall. But I'm like, do you guys see that trolley there? And like, yeah, it's so fucking obvious. They've just wrapped some green shit around it.
Why? To bring in and out supplies?
Yeah, something like that right at the front door. They're like, but instead, we don't want to bring it from all the way out the back, so we just leave it at the front desk.
Yep.
Wrap it so no one can tell that it's there.
Function over form.
Very obviously a fucking trolley wrapped in ivy. Fucking funny. Thanks for watching the podcast.
Good night, America.
Good night, America. Fuck me. Hey, it's GMAT here, and don't forget, if you enjoyed that episode of the GMAT podcast and you want to hear more, we also have the podcast post show over at patreon.com/the GMAT podcast. The post show is a shorter episode recorded directly after the main podcast where we wrap things up and talk about anything we didn't have time to talk about. $3 a month and cancel anytime. We are a community-supported podcast, so your support over there funds the show and makes it easier for us to keep doing what we love. If you want to support us, head over to patreon.com/the GMAT podcast.